Tell me, from boyhood to manhood, what has changed, what hasn't?
Lesser hair, bigger bodies. The number of likes from people like all Farah Khan, Farhan Akhtar, Vidya Balan, everybody had liked the reel.
You can't deny the fact that Sudhanshu comes with his own side of life where he's like propelled himself in the television industry and in the film industry.
We have literally grown up with each other. So, and if there was any kind of fallout that should have happened, would have happened ideally at that point of time.
He and I were the Johnson brothers, we used to always like party together, move out together. And we were quite a thing. Post our rehearsals.
Quite a thing.
Tell me some bizarre fan encounter that you... Don't lie.
No, we didn't, honestly.
They dealt with us.
They dealt with us.
These girls at a college in Delhi just literally pulled people off stage and did not let them come back onto stage again. So we don't know if there are little Siddharth running around in Delhi right now.
We are the only act which has gotten panties thrown at us on stage. Really? It's a compliment.
Hello everyone, welcome to Showsha. I am Titas Chowdhury in conversation with a band of boys. They are back, yes. Hello everyone, first of all. Hi. Lovely to meet all of you. I remember speaking to Sudhanshu like a couple of months back and he told me ki wait for the big surprise. We are going to be back. 2 months later, here we are. That's great. But tell me, from boyhood to manhood, what has changed, what hasn't?
Lesser hair, bigger bodies, but same energy. That's what I would say. And wisdom is always questionable.
It could be reduction, it could be enhancement, pata nahi. That you will soon find out by the way we
While
speak,
this interview is
कि
on.
wisdom has increased or decreased. But हम कोशिश करेंगे to keep it.
We don't crack the wise ones.
How we don't crack bad jokes. Yeah. So Sudhanshu, please be quiet.
It's not bad for us.
And there we go. Yes. So what has changed is our musical sensibilities, our tastes. We've been doing a lot of solo shows. We've been experimenting with music per se, and coming back together again to re-put in all the learnings of the music that we've been doing is now giving birth to a new kind of sound, a new kind of energy, and that's what we hope to present to a new kind of audience. Totally. I just said that.
Great. But, before we move on to the new song that has happened, we'll, of course, talk about it in detail. We all are very excited about it. But, Sudhanshu, tell me, you were, of course, a part of a band of boys. And then you focused on acting for a little bit. Now you're back. What really nudged you to, rethink your decision and join these boys back?
अगर मुझे पता होता कि
Good taste, good sense.
मेरे वापस आने के बाद ये सवाल मुझसे इतनी बार पूछा जाएगा कि मेरी रातों की नींद हराम हो जाए तो मैं शायद बैंड से अलग नहीं होता उस वक्त. लेकिन on a serious note, at that time when I had opted out of the band, there were a lot of reasons. One of which was obviously financial stability. So let me put it this way. We were the best thing that happened in the country at that time, right? But if we were in the West anywhere, for instance, if we were in US or UK or any band from there, or Australia for that matter, we would probably be multi-millionaires or billionaires, or maybe roam around in our private jet like every other band does there. But क्योंकि हम लोग हिंदुस्तान में थे और ये कल्चर नया था और बहुत सारे लोग ये समझ नहीं पा रहे थे कि इसको कैसे हैंडल करना चाहिए, हम लोग थोड़ा सा उस मामले में पीछे रह गए. और उसकी वजह से एज अ रिजल्ट क्या हुआ कि द फाइनेंशियल स्टेबिलिटी दैट आई हैड एज एन एक्टर, आई couldn't gather that while I was in the band, and there was a point when I had to decide कि यार अब थोड़ा सा मुश्किल हो रहा है तो मुझे थोड़ा सा काम करना पड़ेगा. That is why I adopted out. The band was always there. They were always together. We were always great friends. हम लोग जब भी मिलते थे वही एनर्जी, वही पागलपना.
Or occasionally we have to give him a lift on our aircraft now because he dropped out at that point. So.
Without a parachute.
Because वो ग्राउंड पे रहता है.
Like the airplane garden in Jew.
वहाँ बुलाया था उन्होंने एक बार मुझे एयरपोर्ट गार्डन जू पे. But so then obviously so many years passed by, and we still being friends and everything. few months ago when we were just talking generally, Karan said कि क्या लगता है तेरे को यार? मैंने कहा यार I don't mind, you know. Let's talk about it, let's think about it. तो एक प्लान बना कि हम लोग जैमिंग करते हैं एक दिन, बैठते हैं सब लोग, मिलते हैं, बातचीत करेंगे, जैम सेशन करते हैं, एंड लेट्स जस्ट फॉर ओल्ड टाइम सेक लेट्स जस्ट सिट टुगेदर एंड एवरीथिंग. तो यहीं पे इसी कमरे में हम लोग बैठे थे, इसी फ्रेम में बैठे हुए थे. नहीं, बैठे वहाँ थे पहले, फिर बाद में हम लोगों ने डिसाइड किया कि यार एक अपना गोरी ना, लेट्स ऑल सिंग टुगेदर एंड लेट्स जस्ट पुट इट आउट एंड सी हाउ ऑडियंस रिएक्ट्स, राइट. तो हम लोगों ने वो डाला रील में, और वो इतना ज़्यादा वायरल हो गया, इतना ज़्यादा वायरल हुआ कि हम लोग वी वर सरप्राइज्ड that people still love us so much. We you know, they still want us back desperately. I mean, there were messages you read जिसमें लिखा था कि please आप लोग वापस आइए, कब वापस आ रहे हैं. So then, you know, as luck would have it, हम लोग सब वापस आ गए. We are again back again, and we are again creating some great music and
we have an album called The Band of Boys Reignite, which has got 5 songs, and we've released 3 of them. One is Gori again. 3 videos are out, and they're doing very well. And like I said, it's our fortune that we've lived in the hearts of people for so long. In today's day and age, when people have limited attention spans, and people can't recall a song that released a week back, for us to live in people's minds and hearts for 20 years is no bigger and greater feeling than that. And that was reflected on the conversations that people had with us on that particular video that went viral. The thousands of comments and shares and likes, etc. And everyone sort of urged us to come back, and which is what paved the way for the album.
From the industry, from the film industry. I mean, if you see the number of likes from people like all Farah Khan, Farhan Akhtar, Vidya Balan, everybody had liked the reel. You know, so it was amazing. A lot of my friends, Lara Datta and all, they have been old friends of mine. So they all liked it. So that love is still there. I mean, that made us realize that love that we had still exists in people's mind and in their hearts. So there was no better inspiration than that. Yeah.
Actually, yes, the word correct. It's inspiration, because that's when we realized that, you know, there's a lot that we've taken for granted. कि हाँ, गाने थे, yes, people know it, but how much they knew it, how much they still love it, and how much love and appreciation we continue to get on our channels, on YouTube, individually. And you're like, wow. I mean, it's almost a disservice not to bring it back and not to just keep the ship sailing, you know, and let's see where it goes.
Like you mentioned, Farhan Akhtar, hopefully there will be a collaboration with him too. Band of Boys into Farhan Akhtar someday.
We are open to any collaboration with any artist that we feel that we'll add value to, and they'll add value back. And obviously there has to be certain bonhomie, there has to be certain connection with the kind of music that they want to do, and wherever we are at this point of time in life. So if that sort of matches, why not? We are open to any kind of collaboration. We are ourselves a very collaborative band. We have very different musical tastes, but when we come together, we kind of harmonize.
We are already
sound so.
Yeah.
My question is to the two of you. I'm saying that now that Sudhanshu is back and it's new album that has come, and when you were working on it, did old memories and stuff like that come up?
Actually, a lot more than memories. A lot of old disagreements, a lot of old agreements, a lot of old fights, a lot of old concerns, a lot of old feelings. Everything came back, and it felt like straight back in 2000 when we first began. But to answer your question in a more nuanced way, okay, when we first started our act, okay, we went through 2 years of a lot of grueling training, knowing each other, trying to understand what's the plus of one person, what's the minus of the other person. And that kind of made us, which is the reason why we lasted probably 24 years now. There were other acts who also started around the same time in the pop industry, who had about a year or 2 years to give to the industry in terms of songs. They were great. I mean, they were memorable songs. They all did everything. There were girl bands which came out. There were mixed bands which came out. They all did their part. Okay, but because we kind of fought it out, struggled it out, learnt each other, kind of became a cohesive, natural, harmonic, 5-piece, choreographed dance routine act that call us India's first boy band, and which we still are. That is the reason I believe that when he came back right now, it felt like nothing's changed. You know what I'm saying?
It's just like you pick it up from where you left off.
Yeah, it's like the other station. Like, you know, when like we kind of meet at like the other station. Oh, hello. Okay, let's go to college again. You know, so it's something like that. So it feels great, and you can't deny the fact that Sudhanshu comes with his own side of life where he's like propelled himself in the television industry and the film industry. So that adds a lot of metal, you know, and that adds a lot of. weight, for the lack of a better word, okay? And that brings attention to this act in a very nice way in 2024. And I think it's only going to go forward from here.
And the best part is that we put in the same hard work what we did for the first album also.
That we still have to.
I think that would be very clearly reflected in the video that's just gone out called Nazron Se Dhokha. So a lot of people actually saw that video and commented saying that, Melanine had steps, choreographed steps, and very hardcore dancing as well as singing. And you guys have gone ahead, and this is a more tough one because it's in leather jackets, boots, with full-on swag and full-on choreography. And that's what we duplicate even on stage. And that always has been the strength. It's an audiovisual band. And for us to be able to do that itself feels great. And like I said, we have incredible chemistry amongst us, especially on stage. So that's quite magical for us.
So now that an album is there, hopefully many more albums, I want to know, when are you taking to the stage? When is there going to be a Band of Boys concert?
So we've started performing. I think we started with Miss India, the finale. I think that'll be out on various mediums, TV, etc. on the 10th of November. And post that, there is an India tour that's being planned right now. So we're rehearsing for it. So wherever you are, whichever part of the country you're in, hopefully your city will be the chosen one. And then rock and roll all the way.
Fabulous. I'm really looking forward to that. One missing link, I think, here is Mr. Haldipur, Sadat. Yeah. And do you think now that he's back, you can set him as an example and bring him back?
So honestly, with all the time that has gone and the time we spent together, all of us are really close. We fight, we spend time together, we laugh, we crack jokes, we make songs. We've also reached that realization that if somebody is available, is free, has the bandwidth, has the mind space, has the time and the energy to come back, we are always open arms, aja. So if Siddharth hops on, we are waiting and we'd love for him to come back, and if he doesn't, the ship called the Band of Boys is going to sail. It is because we love music, the fans have shown us all the love.
While I was not there, it always did. I mean, it's not like it ever stopped because with a brand like a Band of Boys, I don't think anything can stop it. It'll always move forward.
The juggernaut goes forward, always.
Yeah, so in that sense, Siddharth joins us. Fantastic. He doesn't join us. No problem. We're going to continue having fun and continue to do our thing. Yeah.
But since you guys are such great friends, what I want to ask is, does these things ever create a dent or a crack in the friendship?
Not really. I mean, the idea that he very succinctly put, Sherrin, that we spent first, and these are formative years when you're in your teens and just in your early 20s. That's the time when, you get a sense of each other. You're growing up. We have literally grown up with each other. So, and if there was any kind of fallout that would have happened ideally at that point of time when we were boys and we were, boisterous. Yes, of course. And we were mercurial and we would have thought about things, but we did. And we've bonded together so well in the first 4-5 years that we were traveling, touring the world, having lots of fun, doing music on stage and off stage at airports, etc. And great memories attached to this. So those formidable, those years are the founding stone of any relationship. So I don't see that as a problem at all.
Can I add to that a bit, if you don't mind? I mean, having Siddharth not in the band was a dent to me personally in some ways, because he and I were the Johnson brothers. We used to always party together, move out together, and we were quite a thing post our rehearsals.
Quite a thing.
So
Thank God he left me out from it. He left.
So from a
on him because they used to party together.
And they were quite a thing.
so we had this chronology. May I please? So we had this chronology where Pandey left us somewhere around after the second album, all right? And after that, then Danny has been with us right from the start. He's the one who choreographed all our routines, all our first album routine, second album routine, third album routine, everything. All our stagecraft is done by him. So he's been an integral part of this whole unit right from day one. Now 5 of us became 4 of us, and then after that till about 2010, 2012, some of us went different, and then we came back, and then Sudhanshu came back again, then Pandey came. So somewhere around Kala Ghoda Art Festival 2-3 years ago, we tried instigating Siddharth back into the whole thing. Now, Siddharth went through a personal journey where he didn't feel connected to the band in that sense. And I was very yaar, ye kaise ho sakta hai? Like how Karan and Sudhanshu have a bond of their own, Siddharth and I had a bond of our own, where we felt
Now you know I know the Banda boys. Siddharth and Sherrin were playing, Karan and Sudhanshu were
Are a thing.
I was just watching the show.
Last interview, Sherrin called him not a...
Yeah, so these things keep happening. So to personally answer, I mean, like, Sadat is still an integral part of the band, okay? He's wonderfully moved on to the Haldipur brothers and they service Bollywood. Right? So we try to get him in. As Chintu said, as Karan said, the door still stays open, okay? He's more than welcome anytime. He's taking his own sweet time is what I am still reassuring myself with.
All right, no, I'm very curious about something, okay? So when we think about
They don't participate.
when we think of a boy band, we think of a lot of female attention. Okay? Back in the day, tell me, how did you deal with it? Tell me some bizarre fan encounter that you... Don't lie.
No, we didn't, honestly.
They dealt with us.
They dealt with us. It's very, very simple. There's no... we had no such policy at all. We didn't want to deal. Let them deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were very accommodating with all the love and affection, all the attention that we got. And there were some really pretty bizarre incidents.
Like being pulled off.
Nail marks.
Like being pulled off stage. Like these girls at a college in Delhi just literally pulled people off stage and did not let them come back onto stage again. So we don't know if there are little Siddharth running around in Delhi right now. But no, it was fantastic. Then I remember another college, which we did for a girls' college. And we normally meet our fans post the show and they come and meet us. And there were around 150, 200 girls who came backstage. We could not leave the backstage area for 3 hours because it was just chaos, mayhem. It was, and even when we left, we ran. And I think Siddharth got left behind, fell into a gutter. We had to be pulled out and get into the car and out.
He's the youngest amongst us, okay? So he's like kind of grown up the last. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are still growing, okay? But I remember one incident which very recently happened at Popima Festival, okay? Yeah. We just finished a massive gig and there's this whole catch happening. So we are blind. Yeah. And we just finished a full 1.5 hour gig and we're sweating. And there's this clan which is pushing us like this. So we have no idea where we're going. And then suddenly there's a ramp. So we go down the ramp. And then we are looking for our Innova. और वो नहीं मिल रहा हमको. Suddenly we get carted to an upstage where we've been taken to an entire open Shamiana area. I am the owner of this place. तो हम लोग बोले अभी हम लोग क्या करें? So it happens many a times that we don't get to decide what is going to happen to us post a show. You know, the allure, the fandom that we get is always appreciated. And we are 5 Mushtanda boys. Okay, so far we've been handling it quite decently, I think. And the female attention and the male attention is all very welcome.
Soon when we have sticks, we'll be able to hit them. Don't touch it.
There's also some gifts that came our way. But I don't know how it's...
supporters.
Supporters who gave their inners.
Okay. We are the only act which has gotten panties thrown at us on stage. It's a compliment.
Yeah, well.
Okay. It's a compliment in most parts of the world. In most parts of the world, okay? In most parts of the world. You tell us now, okay, from your sensibility of the world, when a lady throws a wonderful undergarment at us, it means...
desire.
Thank you!
At least that's how I look at it. You guys had done a film also together.
See, it's the world's best kept secret. If you get to know about it, we'll have to kill you. So this film was so successful that 5 people saw it. 6, Danny was also there. 6 people saw it. And the fun fact was that while we were watching the film, somebody said, "Ki kya ghatiya picture dekh rahe ho?" And we turned around and said, "Acha, aap log achhi picture hai." So that tells you everything about the film. It was an unmitigated disaster.
But we did the music. We enjoyed that process. Bahut maza aaya. And for us, actually, I think by the end of it was like 7 videos. Nice music videos were made. Nice.
And 60 days of partying in Bali. That was
What I would like to say is that it was a very, very proud moment for us. Although the release got delayed by almost a year. It was released by Eros. But I think for me, it was a sort of an achievement because you tell me any other music entity or a band that has been able to achieve this within 3 years of being together, that a feature film was made based on their stories with their real names in it, and the story was told. So it was very beautiful. Maybe if it was marketed well, If it was positioned well, it would have done well because the story still had a little sentiment.
bit of-
You know?
Yeah, I think marketed. A couple of places where I think I think couple of places we went back. We went wrong with it. Was marketing was one of them. Acting was another. Screenplay was another. The idea that the film, instead of being a Beatles Hard Day's Night, was supposed to be Kuch Kuch Hota Hai was another. And actors were us, so we weren't so bad. But I'm just saying, overall, it was not. Direction was fantastic. So they were. See, actually, when Indian public is very discerning. If you give them we gave them the songs that seemed to have worked. All the videos, like Gori, was very well appreciated. Merini, the choreography, everything was. This was not a well-made film, so there was no reason for it to have worked. The only proud thing was that there was a film based on our lives, and we can tell that to our grandchildren at some day.
I'd like to add that we had a beautiful album. The songs were shot beautifully by Raju Khan, who's a legendary choreographer, and he was the one who shot all our songs, and with so much love that if you see the songs, you will see the beauty in every song.
Also, our DP was very good. Santosh Tundil, he had just finished Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, and we felt that we were making Kuch Kuch Hota Hai 2 until we saw the first cut. Then, of course, the reality hit us and the audiences.
For us, it felt like we had about 7-8 songs. Iske beech mein kuch to script hai. So it felt more like that because we're artists and singers and musicians. And like how Sudhanshu said, it felt so wonderful to, in the 3rd year of our existence, have an entire album in the form of a movie. And there's nothing bigger than Bollywood in our country. And that'll stay for a while.
And to just edit what Karan said, that we had a film another film to hide from our grandchildren, not show.
All right, lastly, I won't keep you waiting. Sudhanshu, your fans have sent across 2 questions for you. Somebody has asked that how difficult was it to leave Anupamaa, which the show it was at its peak, and was it a difficult decision for you? And how did your co-stars react?
So I just want to make this very clear. It was if they are saying that I left it when it was at its peak is slightly wrong because it was always at its peak. 4 years we've been number 1. And we had been number 1, right? And I had given 4 years to the show as an actor. I gave whatever I could as an actor. It was my first daily show, and I tried my level best to keep it constant in terms of what I can add to the character for 4 years. But for the audiences, obviously, because they love you so much, they want it over and over again. But as an actor, you get exhausted after a certain point, and you reach a point where you say कि यार अब मैं और क्या contribute कर सकता हूँ इस character में. तो इसलिए it was a very well thought of decision that I wanted to now opt out of it because while things are still good, I'd rather opt out than when they start going down and then you quit and then it's not a very good space to quit it. So I thought let me opt out when the things are still going good, and I'd now like to try other things. I've already shot for an OTT series which is going to be out by March end or April. Something very, very interesting, big. People will know soon. And I'm now looking at other stuff. So my audiences, all the people who love me so much, obviously I want to give them a lot more than what I gave in the last 4 years.
And your co-stars react?
My co-stars, they all love me so much. I mean, I've been seeing interviews after they all, left the show post the leap. They've been saying such nice things and such loving things about me that I'm like really overwhelmed. I've just been thanking everybody for saying such lovely things about me. And the whole show has taken a leap, and so it's beautiful, and I feel blessed that I have so much love, not just from the audiences, but also my co-actors who were with me for 4 years. They love me so much that they always want to come and give me a hug. So it's a blessing, yeah.
Great. Thank you so much to all of you.
Hi, I'm Danny.
Hello, I'm Sherrin.
I'm Chintu.
I'm Sudhanshu.
Hi, I'm Karan, and you're watching us on News 18.